Welcome to Adborn Team Mental Fitness, and this training is going to be happening in 15 minutes or less. So today's training is path to purpose, but I'm going to shock you, it's never this straight. So I would like each and every one of us to reminisce backward a bit. Like while you're in primary school, if I'm to ask you a question, what did you feel like becoming? And then also, while you're in secondary school, it changes again. And also, while you're in the tertiary institution, it also changes. And why? It is because we have a lot of simple confusion between passion and purpose. So now, at the end of this training, you'll be able to define clearly what it takes to stand firmly on your path to purpose. So, and we are going to be opening it with this quote that says, if your path is difficult, it is because your purpose is bigger than you thought. If your path is difficult, it is because your purpose is bigger than you thought. So what is purpose in the real sense? Purpose is the core motive of existence in action. What did I mean by core motive of existence in action? You know that if you work with us at Adborn Harvest and Homes, we can say you're going to be working in HR, you're going to be working in so, but there is a particular place where you perform a lot better and a lot more. And I'll also use another thing as an example. No matter how awesome my jean, no matter how awesome, I can't wear it into my hands. No matter how beautiful the clothing material, it can only be best used as a pant or as a trouser. So that means that it is the existence in action that truly counts. And then purpose in all environments, it remains the same. If they took this jean to another person in the US, they can only wear it in that place. If they took the same jean to another continent, maybe in South America or in Asia, it is still the same. They'll put it through their leg. Then now, check what passion is all about. When humans are in the place of passion, they find it difficult to burn out, although it changes in different environments. And that is why when we are in primary school, we said we want to be A, and in secondary school, we say we want to be B, and in tertiary institution, we say we want to be C. So it is as a result of the change in environment. And this is where the question of why now begins. Let's go further. These are the 5 questions that after this training, you need to ask yourself at least for the next 21 days. And the 5 questions that determines the steps to take towards my purpose. The first question is, who am I? And it's a question of destiny. The second question is, where am I from? Is a question of your source. And the third question is, why am I here? Which is the question of the true existence, so-called purpose. And the fourth one is, what can I do? Which is the question of potential. What you have in it that, we've talked about GTSPP, your gift, your talent, your skills, your passion, that particular things that you have from within. And then the fifth one, where am I going? The question of destiny. That means until we're able to provide the right answers to all these 5 questions, that is when we can now start living on that straight path. And that is why I said it's never this straight at the beginning. And how can we make it straight? Let's start with the first one. The first one is regarded as positioning by volunteering. The first one is regarded as positioning by volunteering. So if we were to take a look at yourself, while you finish university, you realize that a lot of people would think, oh, let me go and get a job. Let me go and get a job. And if you get a job, you may get a job based on the fact that what people actually need to pay you. But if you are to figure out your real area of interest, you realize that you may not need a job at the beginning, and then you may have to volunteer. And I'm going to use Toluwani as an example. Toluwani came into Adborn and she spent 2 months with us preparing to go for her NYSC. And then we thought, oh, they've sent that to Ibadan. Oh, we'll give her a try. We'll try all our very best. That, oh, I think if our office in Ibadan, she can still work with us. And because she finds something intriguing among us here at Adborn Harvest and Home, she finds her way back to still work with us. That means there is something of purpose. She has figured out that I think I like what they do in this organization. I think I wanted to be associated with them. I think there is something of my interest that I can put the best of myself into this organization. She never sees us from the four wall of 31 square meter. How many square meter, Mr. Adekoya, this place? I think 31, right? 35 square meter. So she never sees us from that perspective because she believes there is more if she had her own role. And that is one of the reasons why volunteering is very important. And if you also take a look at most musicians today, they are once a volunteer in one churches as a choir in one place or the other before they now find the path that they also want to truly walk in line with. So let's go to number 2. Number 2 is talking about what personal value have you figured out within yourself that you have developed within yourself. Are you an innovative person? Are you a creative person? Do you enjoy social responsibility? People's growth. How hungry are you about people's growth? Because as for me, people's growth is one of the things I know that is my value. Adding growth to people, seeing people getting better, adding value, adding better things to people's life. Those are the things I prioritize. Are you the type that enjoy teamwork? Teamwork is what we do here at Adborn Harvest and Homes. So, figure out, take your time, write down your values and see how it aligns with an organization that you are working with. Oh, I think the organization have me this one that I have. Oh, I like this. So let's go to number 3. Number 3 is talking about passion in alignment of mission. Every human being, we're more or less like a puzzle. And I don't know if you play a particular puzzle game that they will draw cards and then you can scatter it. And then you can now be setting it back. So that is the way the world is designed. Toluwani is in HR. Myself, I'm in brand and innovation. Benga is in admin and head of operation. They do their part. HR do their part. You realize that everything now coming together like a puzzle, and it will give us the goal that we actually want to achieve. And that is how you should see your passion when you are going into an organization, how your own passion can meet into their own mission, and then you can play a role over time before that, because passion is like a roadmap, a torchlight that shows you the way where you are heading to over time before you know where you are really going to. So then number 4 is talking about personal part in alignment of vision. Personal part in alignment of vision. I can talk vividly about Miss Grace. Miss Grace is someone who is so passionate about agriculture, and she has the drive for agriculture, and she believes that working with us at Adborn Harvest and Home will lead her to that path in time being. So Miss Yinka Johnson, she's also very, very interested in agriculture as well. Because she finished from, I think UNAB, right? She finished from UNAB. So all of us have to take a very good cognizance of where you want to work, and can you be part. It's more like, okay, if you are in a bus and then that bus is going from Lagos to Ibadan, it doesn't mean you want to drop at Ibadan. Some people might want to drop at Ogere. You can still enter the same bus, but ensuring that you have entered the right bus is the real deal. So, and that is why you have to verify that this path that I'm going in personally, does it align with the vision? Are we going in the same direction? It is very, very key. And these are the things to check out for on your path to purpose. Then the number 5 is the identification of purpose. When you now know where you need to alight, am I dropping at Ogere, like so I've used as an example? Am I dropping at Ibadan? I think there's another several bus stop before you even, am I dropping a Guru Maharaji? You know, why you need to listen to this training is because if you are listening to Passion from the US concert, we in our own culture, you can see something you can easily relate with and have clear understanding of where we are heading to. So my recommendation for someone who is finding their path to purpose, number one, learn to focus on being a solution to others. Number one, learn to focus on being a solution to others. Don't wait till others do everything for you. Don't wait for them to serve you first. Start looking for ways to give yourself away. You are not a fool. In this environment, they will say you are a fool, you are a this. Don't worry. Over time, you are building your own immune system. You are building your own tenacity. So number two, live strongly in a natural lifestyle. Avoid otherwise. The more you live as human being and you don't put too much artificial lifestyle, it will better help you to be able to get to where you are going on time. And I said something to Ms. Oluwagbemiga that why is it that natural things are very, very expensive? And it's because they cannot be easily reproduced. If you find the true nature of yourself, it is not easily reproduced. Even when they try to copy you, it is not going to be easy. And something that is not easily reproduced takes a long period of time to be achieved. And time is what you reward people in money. But artificial things, to produce it fast, that's why it will be cheaper. Okay, so number three, identify what you are good at. Once you are in that organization, at whatever organization that you are doing, and you see that they put you in a particular department, if you see constantly, I keep asking, if you realize that maybe a department where we've put you, you are not functioning to the maximum of yourself, feel free to communicate with us. Then connect it to what you love. Connect it to what you love is very, very important. So once you connect it to what you love, the reason behind this is that when you are not paid, you don't matter. You don't even feel bad. You just enjoy it. You enjoy doing it, and you see how best can come out of it. So the next one is give it to the world for free to verify acceptance. You know, Mr. Adekoya, remember when we give about 100 plots for free to the world? That okay, come and buy it. 12,500, first 100 people, and it works. And then when we now monetize it, people now they are buying. You understand? They are buying it. So give it to the world for free, and if they like it, why not? Then the next one says, let me help you monetize it. The world will still be willing to pay for it. So maybe you are emotional about, what if I put price on it? I think I and Mr. Adebayo, we can help you to guide you on how you can put price on it. And if you want to know how to do that, you can follow us on IG at Born Harvest and Homes. Send us a DM. We can help you out. Then finally, be in an environment driven by purpose and find yours the God way. We are not going to talk about purpose without putting the word God. And at Heartbond, we are 100% comfortable saying that. So if we look at this chart, there is something I want us to check. Do you do set theory in mathematics? Good. So what you love, and when you mix it with what you are good at, is just passion. What you love and what the world needs is mission. Perfect. Then what the world needs and what you can be paid for, vocation. What you are good at as well and what you can be paid for, vocation. So now if you mix profession, passion, mission and vocation together, you find yourself at the verge of purpose. But all these things takes time. We don't have to force ourselves to identify this in one day. But if you can ask that first 5 questions that we ask, you will realize that it will take you there. So the conclusion quote says, your path and purpose will be crystal clear When You Begin to Trust Your Vision by Bill Walsh. Thank you very much for staying to the end of today's training. So feel free to put your questions below. No problem. All right, so feel free to put your questions below, and if you have any comments, feel free to also put it below. As well. So at the end of today's training, we'll realize that we have some questions that I would like us to take home, and the question is to all our team, nationwide and globally, including all our full staff. Number one is, what role at Adbond am I best fit from my local community? Have I find it, or is work in progress? Number two, how do you see what we do at Adbond? You know, we have been saying agro to project development. We want to hear your own opinion as well. Number three, what you see in question 2, what role is it playing or going to play in our society in 5 to 10 years' time? Then number 4, what area can I personally develop myself to acquire a new skill to better fit in perfectly? And we are sending these 4 questions out to all our global team. We have a space for you, and all of us, we can flourish together as a team. Let's pay close attention to this. It's very, very important, and it's very, very vital. So, questions, contributions, something new you've learned, you can now start putting your question out.